Good evening, everyone. My name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD 89 and VA Claims Consulting, Leave No Vet Behind. And you know, I am a United States Army veteran. Welcome to my bi-weekly live VA Claims Q&A session. Okay, so before we get started, just want to make sure everybody understands that this is for informational and educational purposes only. Okay, I always encourage veterans to go out and do their own research when they're going through the VA claims process. So just keep that in mind. I just want everybody um, to know that, because at the end of the day, we're all educating each other. Okay, so make sure you take the information from my YouTube videos, go to the VA's website, and continue to get educated. Do your research and continue to get educated. Okay. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Tonight, everyone, I'm going to leave it to an hour. I'm not going to go over 60 minutes. I promise. So, I have a couple of things I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to jump right into the Q&A. Okay. So, let me get a thumbs up, make sure everybody can hear me. But before I get into some of the topics tonight, I have my monthly Veterans Roundtable coming up this month, December 16th, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. You must show your video. Registration opens December 8th at 8 a.m. I'm going to open it up a little bit. Normally, I only have like 10 seats available. I'm going to open it up a little bit. Okay. This month, you'll see the topic on the thumbnail when I post it on December 8th at 8 a.m. It's going to be a good topic. Actually, we're going to do a deeper dive. It's a video, another YouTube video I'm going to upload next Monday, and we're going to do a deep dive into that topic. It's about some things that I've been seeing when it comes to rating decisions and adjudicators. Okay, so be on the lookout for my upcoming videos. I'm trying to streamline those for everyone so they'll come out around on the same dates and times. If I can get kind of ahead in some of my videos now, I had a little bit of time, so I wanted to make sure I went out and did the proper research so I could bring everyone some very informative videos, the information in the videos. Okay, so talked about the Veteran Roundtable is every third Thursday of every month. So this month is December 16th, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Okay. And also, I wanted to remind everybody, go out and look at some of the previous videos. One of the ones I did, definition of VA licensed healthcare providers. Okay. Who does the VA consider licensed healthcare providers? Okay. VA hardship claims. Who has priority? Okay. Because if you could put in for a hardship claim, but in that video, I list some M21 references where it talks about some examples of individuals that can apply. If they're going through a particular situation, then they can apply for hardship claim. Okay. And then, when can age play a role in your VA claim? That video, I mean, it just skyrocketed. A lot of people were viewing it. If you saw it, leave me a comment in the comment section and let me know what you thought about the video. I just so happened to be going through the M21, and I was like, man, this would be a pretty good topic. I didn't think the video would do that many views, but I hope I got a lot of received a lot of good comments from it. So I'm sure a lot of people out there that really found it very informative. So definitely go check that out. And then every third Thursday of the month, I'm gonna give you a throwback video. Thursday throwback video is what I'm calling it. Okay, go back in the archives, and I'm gonna try to pick one that maybe doesn't have any M21 references in it, because it could have changed. Those M21 references, they do sometimes change. So again, if you're looking at an older video and I show an M21 reference, go and look up that M21 reference. I did it, and guess what? They removed the whole M21. They put it under historical. But then I had to go look for it. And it took me about 30 minutes to find that same information. And they recoded the M21. It was a totally different number. So if you're seeing some of my videos and it's the M21, sometimes I'll save them and I'll archive them for myself, because then I can look at the current M21 and educate veterans on, okay, this is the current M21, but this is the old one, and show you the difference. Okay. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get at it. Make sure we get these likes up. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump into this Q&A. Who do we got there? Old Sergeant Dwayne, good to see you. And thanks for making time to educate us. Hey, no problem. As I say in most of my live streams, it's my passion to educate vets. Old Sergeant, the last live stream, I showed a clip of the TV station, local TV station that did that interviewed me. And the gentleman, the reporter, he actually went to one of my live streams, and it was your Old Sergeant and this icon that you have up here. It was actually on TV. So if you hadn't checked that out, go ahead and check it out. Howard, S. Howard, how we doing? Good afternoon. Thanks for showing veterans love. Hey, thank you for showing me love. I definitely appreciate it. And also go to my website, kmd89.com. That's Kilo Mike Delta 89.com. I have some pictures up of the Thanksgiving giveaway. We were able to feed 20 families. And I do apologize. I should have said it in my opening statement. Thank you, the veterans, everybody that donated, everybody that watched my videos. I took a portion of those funds, and I was able to feed 20 families at one of my adopted schools. As a matter of fact, if I have time, I'm going to share my screen and I can show you. But you know what? Go to the website so I can get all the questions in. And we took pictures of the principal. She was on vacation. It was on a Saturday. I had my wife, son, and we passed out. We had turkey. We had a pan for a turkey. We had cake mix, cake frosting, cornbread, corn, string beans, injection marinade for the turkey, rice, or gratin potatoes. I mean, so they got, and a 10-pound turkey. Everybody got a 10-pound turkey. So I loaded all this stuff in the back of my truck. So all the super stickers that I received, like tonight, I saw someone donate. Everybody that watches or views this channel, those funds for that go to my outreach, community outreach program. And we were only going to do 15 families. Then there was enough left over in the budget to do 20. Okay. So I like to thank everyone that donated and everyone that watched these videos, because the revenue that was generated from the YouTube channel goes into our outreach community program. And also I was able to speak at here in Florida, they call it the Great American Teach-In. It's like a career day. So myself, a previous client, and a federal veteran, I listed him to come, and we spoke at this school. I did a class for 8th graders. I don't know what grade he did, but he took his time out of his schedule, and we went and spoke to the kids just about education, our career path, and the military. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna get into this Q&A here. Make sure we get those likes up. Okay. Hello, I filed for IU in a case that's been on appeal for 8.5 years. That's a long time. I was just awarded 50% for headaches on the 24th of this month, my birthday. Happy belated birthday. Would it be wise for me to file for IU for my headaches? One thing, Remy, I don't tell vets what they should or shouldn't do. But I will say this as it pertains to IU. Go to my YouTube channel, and I did a video, I think it was last year, about IU, the criteria. Okay. So just real quick, the criteria for IU, you need to have one disability rated at 60%, or multiple disabilities rated at 70% or higher, 70, but basically 70 to 90%, with one of them at 40%. Okay. So if you just do it for migraines, you don't meet that scheduler criteria. But in that video, I kind of break things down for you. So go look at that video, and then you have to ask yourself that particular question. One, do you even qualify scheduling for IU? Do you meet that requirements for IU? Okay. Steven, thanks again in advance. Hey, not a problem. Gene, what's going on there? Good evening from the Panhandle, Florida. You know what, Gene? I'm down in Tampa, and it's been 52. So all of you, everyone that's up north, I had a long sleeve shirt on today. We even cut the heat on. It was like 52 in the house, so don't laugh. don't laugh at me. So, Gene, I don't know what the weather's like up there in the Panhandle. Melvin, hello, my brother. Hello, everyone. I can hear you. Great. Hey, I appreciate it. Gene, I'm going to listen to you again tonight. Make sure you communicate to the individuals in the comment section. Get those likes up, okay? Oh, and also, Gene, I did get your email and I think your voicemail about missing the roundtable. We had just got into the roundtable, so sorry I didn't get back to you by email, but thanks for giving me a heads up. Appreciate it. Cervical radiculopathy, secondary to cervical strain, arthritis. Do I just need diagnosis or must I get a Nexus? Yes, a Nexus is required because the medical opinion, I have to say that, one, do you have a current diagnosis? Two, is it secondary to the cervical strain and arthritis? And then the rationale, how is that link made? Okay, so yes. Gun Guy, hey, what's going on, Gun Guy? Hey, it was finally nice to meet you in the previous roundtable. Also, Gene, I put that video, I recorded the previous roundtable that we had. I had a guest speaker, and she talked about the protection rule. So all of you that have questions about the protection rule, if I'm 100% PNT and I come in for a new claim, will the VA look at all my information? She answers that question. 36 plus years in the VA. She's retired now, 36 plus years. Everything that I'm talking about, she was one of my trainers. I call her master trainer, and she was my mentor as well. Very knowledgeable, walking VA dictionary. She was just spitting out 38 CFRs on the fly when she was doing this roundtable. So if you hadn't seen the roundtable, I recorded it. I've uploaded it previously. Go to my YouTube channel. You'll see it. She breaks down the protection rule. Okay. So go definitely check it out. So Gene, I know you missed it. Let me know if you checked out the video. Gun Guy, hey, it was a pleasure to finally meet you on Zoom in person. Well, not in person, but on Zoom. You shared your video. Thank you. Good evening. Always great information. It has helped on numerous occasions. Hey, I really appreciate that. Hello, Dwayne and fellow veteran advocates. Hey, how we doing? All right, there we go. Hey, thank you for the super sticker. Like I said previously, we take these funds, they go into a budget, the revenue generated from all of the subscribers and all veterans and whoever watch our videos, we put it into a budget and we do things for two schools that we have adopted. On our website, you go to the website, kmd89.com, Kilo Mike Delta 89.com. There's a link at the top on the far right side, community outreach. Go there. We have pictures of the two schools that we adopted and some things that we've been able to enlist from local vendors like Walmart, Office Depot, Ace Hardware, Home Depot, and Famous Tate, which is a local home appliance store. They donated some stuff to one of the, we asked them to donate some items to one of our adopted schools, okay? But all the pictures are on the website, so go there and check it out. I've been sent on 2 CMP exams for general Gulf War and ankle conditions. Is there a reason for this? And I'm already rated at 20% for right ankle. This is confusing to me. Antoine, I would have to look at the file. I wouldn't know that just by you asking me that question. And I've been challenging veterans this year. Request a copy of your claims folder. Okay. So I would ask you, Antoine, have you requested a copy of your claims folder? That information could be in there. Now, why that particular one individual is requesting an exam, it could have something to do uh, the way you claimed it. Is it a RFE on that? I wouldn't know without looking at that information or looking at your claims folder. Okay. Saw your age video, fire. Hey, I appreciate it. I didn't think it was, it's just, I woke up the next morning, I was uploading another video or doing some analytics, behind the scenes. And it was like, it had these little balloons, like New Year's Eve or something. I'm like, man, what's going on with that? Never seen that. And it was just, the ticker was just going up and a lot of people watched it. So I'm glad that you found it beneficial. And again, I shared some M21 references in there. And if you go and look at them, take a screenshot. I'd take a screenshot or I'll copy them, put them in a Word document. I put them on my external drive because then if it changes, I want to see what the old M21 reference stated. Okay. Question: why would a veteran apply for service connection when they are already 100% PNT? In other words, what would be the point? Good question. And you would have to ask that particular vet. Okay. Now, I did it. And it was for an increase. So it wasn't a new claim, it was for an increase. And I'm not going to share the particular reason, but some of the reasons that I've heard other veterans state this, and a lot of older veterans, I've seen, or they've said that they've done this. They're not service connected for a particular condition that they're 70, 75, 80 years old. And then, young veterans do it too, but just talking about the elderly veterans. And they say, hey, I don't have that much longer to live. And I want to make sure I get service connected for everything that I'm entitled to. So if I pass away and it's due to one of those service connected conditions, then my wife or, they could go and get, apply for DIC benefits and stuff like that. Okay. Now there could be a multitude of reasons, multitude of reasons, but that's just one I think that really jumps out at me when you ask me that particular question. But, veterans have their different reasons. It could be just because, they want to make sure they get service connected for everything, All right, here we go. Oh, sorry. My knee claim from 7 years ago, in addition to instability and limitation of flexion, the CMP examiner marked the meniscus section, but VA didn't award me the additional 20%. Would it be pyramided? No. And let me retract that. Oh, sorry. I would need to see that rate. I would need to see the CMP exam and the rating code sheet for that decision. Now, I do know this for the knee. You can get service connected on the 5260. And I can't remember if that's flexion or extension. And then 5261, which is extension or limitation. And then you have the instability. Okay, lateral instability. You can be service connected for all three of those for under one knee, and it would not be considered pyramiding. Now, if it gets up to a certain percentage, like 20, 20, 20, then the amputation rule may come into effect. Okay. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but I would have to see that information. But I know for the hip and the knee, you could have 2 or 3 different diagnostic codes for those. Okay. And it wouldn't be pyramiding. Here we go. Super sticker, $5. Hey, I appreciate it. I was trying to get up to Atlanta, Georgia. A company was going to donate 10 pallets of school supplies, composition books, legal pads, filler paper, 3-ring binders, all that stuff. And I was going to get one of these dock level Penske trucks. So we're trying to, that's the next thing. I was going to go next Monday. Don't think it's going to happen. So I got to call them and postpone it. So hopefully they'll let us do it. If they still have that 10 or 15 pallets available. So we're going to, try to build that budget back up to go up there and get it. Penske wanted like $3,000 for a Penske truck to drive 8 hours one way. So, so we got to find another means. If I got to put a car trailer on my truck and go get it, then, we got to do what we got to do, right? Let's hit those likes button. There you go. Gene, I appreciate it. Thanks for featuring me in the last video. Actually, when I did the interview, the reporter was asking me some different questions, and he just went out to one of my live streams, and it had to be from a Q&A session, and he took that section where I was answering one of your questions, and I was like, oh man. So when I watched it live on TV, what's up there right now came up. So I'm glad you like it. And did you see it, Osart? I think, yeah. Sorry for the misspelling, Dwayne. Hey, not a problem. You know what? I didn't even notice it. Is it possible to get VA on the portability rating at 100%? Yes, but if you're 100% permanent total, that's the greater benefit. Okay. Years ago, if a veteran had IU and they later on came in and for increase or anything like that, or new claims, and they became 100% permanent total, then the adjudicator or rater would have to end the IU because the 100% is the greater benefit. The money wouldn't change. It's just what's on paper would. But if you're 100%, the question would be, why come in for unemployability? Because it's no difference other than IU. You can't make more than a poverty level. 100%, you can still go out and work and make above the poverty level. Gene, Dwayne is an example of service before self. A great American still serving. God bless you. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. And Gene, Gun Guy, Osard, and some other individuals, you all have been following me for a while. I mean, you hear me give props to you. You're in my veterans roundtables and other veteran town hall events that I did. So you support me as well while I'm educating other veterans. So thank you. Lorenzo Foster, awesome. Tom Patrick, if you have already had a CMP exam a month ago, does that mean I could expect a decision sooner than later? Second, what happens when you hit the button you no longer have any more evidence? I'm not understanding the second question, Tom, but the first one, there's no time frame. I get asked that a lot, and I used to try and give people a ballpark figure, and I just stopped doing that because it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 2 months. I had a client that filed a claim like December 2019, and they didn't get him a rating decision until like June 2021. Okay. Had another client file a claim the 1st of June of this year. By the second week, like a week and a half later, he had a decision. So it just depends on, the backlog, the queue, where, which regional office it gets sent to, and what's their priorities at that particular time. Okay. Young child, Hall Turkey. If a veteran is rated at less than 100%, it's impossible to get unemployability rating 100% while going through the VOC Rehab program. I am not versed on VOC Rehab, even though that's under the VA. I never used it. I never worked in that department. So as it pertains to IU and VOC Rehab, I don't want to touch that because I know I will steer you wrong because I'm not versed in that. Okay. I was 80%, just got raised to 90. I'm waiting my appeal to be decided on, which is for peripheral neuropathy of the upper and lower extremities and IU. Is it likely I'll get IU? I haven't worked in 19 years because of my service-connected disability. That's going to be up to what that doctor says in that adjudicator. I can't say because I'm not looking at anything. And even if I did look at it, I could say, well, on paper, yeah, everything looks, like you should be granted unemployability, then they could deny it. So you have to look at the claim as a whole. And again, Remy, do you have a copy of that claims folder? Okay. Traveling Terry, Where you at, Terry? Was it Arizona in the background? Trying to increase SED, service connection, disability for pest planners, rated at 0. I want to apply for a secondary claim of plantar fasciitis. Will the VA group the two together in one rating, or will they treat both as a separate claim? You know what, Terry? I'm glad you asked that, because I was looking at the my old rating schedule from 09, and he talked about combining the two, or combining them and giving the one that has the highest percentage. Go to the rating schedule and look at musculatorial in the rating schedule. And at the beginning of the rating schedule for musculatorial, or under, I think it's 5237 or something like that, or 5327 for flat feet, diagnostico, at the bottom, it'll give you an explanation. I was looking at something from 2009. I didn't go online to verify it, but there you'll see, and it'll give a breakdown. It'll tell them, hey, when to combine and break out. Okay. And without looking at what's online right now, I don't want to give you the wrong information. But I know in the past, I've seen it where they actually combined it and broke it out. So it depends on if one is at 0, and then like pest plants at 0, and then the other one's at 10% or something like that. All right. Thank you for all you do for us veterans in the live chats, my brother. Not a problem. Appreciate it. Thank you. When was the 10%? When was the 10% for painful motion adopted? I have painful motion for back from 2013 CMP DBQ, but I was awarded 0%. Okay. I have my old rating schedule there. I would have to do some digging. I don't know the month and year. It's been around for a while. You said you have painful motion on the back from 2013 CMP DBQ, but I was awarded 0%. Now, there is a 38 CFR out there. Let's just say you claim a back condition. I'm claiming a back condition on a direct basis due to treatment and service. That's the way you word your claim. You go to the exam, and the doctor says, oh, he doesn't have pain. The veteran doesn't have pain. And the rater grants you a 0%. There's a 38 CFR that tells the adjudicator they can use your statement of pain in your wording of your claim and grant that 10%. Oh, sorry, I do not know that 38 CFR right off the top of my head. But let's just say you did a high-level review. What would be your argument? Get that informal conference? Hey, I claim pain, low back pain. I was granted service connection for it. Had full range of motion. Doctor said I didn't have any pain. Gave me 0%. This 38 CFR states that the adjudicator can use my subjective wording to grant me the higher benefit of 10%. I don't know that 38 CFR off the top of my head. Oh, sorry. If all disabilities showing static on your rating code sheet, do you automatically get P&T? If everything comes out to 100%. And if it's static, that means that it's permanent and they shouldn't have scheduled any routine futures. Okay. So if you're looking at that, check that as well. And I'm going to do a video probably, maybe end of the month or next year. And I'm going to show everyone a rating code sheet and kind of go through it and break it down. I may just build one because I want to put some SMC codes in there as well, so you can see how the SMC codes are on the rating code sheet. Throw a routine future in there so you can see all that. Okay. Hi, everything going? Okay. Hey, thanks for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. And I say that, guys and girls, from the bottom of my heart, because you don't have to donate. You don't have to spend your evening on here listening to me answer questions, but you do. So I really appreciate it. I appreciate the donations. Sartin, I really appreciate it. And it's going to go to a good cause. So every time I do something, I'm going to put it on the website in the outreach community, on the outreach community link. Okay. Also, go get your C-file. Tom, do you have your C-file? Mike, thanks for all you do. You're welcome. Old Sergeant, hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Being a Sergeant at Arms. We're going to make you the Sergeant at Arms, Gene. Even all the roundtables and all live streams. You're the adopted Sergeant of the Arms to make sure everybody get those likes up, okay? I know that God has a special place for folks like Dwayne. Happy holidays to you and your family. So I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I just off topic, I deep fried a turkey. And I was going to use one fryer. And I bought the turkey. It was too big. It wouldn't fit. But luckily, I had 2 other deep fryers. I had to go to the garage, get those down, and cost me about 15, 20 minutes. But we still were able to get the deep fried turkey. So didn't do too much work, but definitely enjoyed. So hopefully everyone had an enjoyable and safe Thanksgiving. Henry had a high-level review conference on November 3rd, pointed out the favorable Nexus for service connection, even though the decision letter did not connect my claim. Currently waiting on VA to correct an error. Okay. All right. Good luck with it. I have 10% for arthritis, pain in each knee. Okay. Rodney Small. Hey, Dwayne, I'm in the process of submitting a claim for depression, code 9434. Secondary to my service-connected condition. Any advice on how I should proceed? Well, I will say this. Like I said, I don't advise vets, but I will say this. Think about, big question, Rodney. And don't answer it here, but I just want something to think about. How does that service-connected condition cause you to be depressed? Only you can reasonably articulate that. Give you an example. Let's just say you got a veteran at 40% for the back, had a couple of surgeries. They don't have full range of motion. They're in constant pain. They may have to use TENS units, constantly medication, pain pills or something like that. And before all that happened, they were avid softball player. They jogged every day, and now they're not able to do those things. That could cause a form of depression. So thinking about that, whatever service-connected condition that you say has caused depression, what is that condition? I'm not saying, Rodney, answer it on here, but just think about it. That service-connected condition, and how does it cause you to be depressed? Only you can answer that question, right? Don't answer it on here, but there's something to think about, okay? I just 100% P&T. Will my rating get reduced if I file for SMC? First, congrats, Maurice. I am going to give you, go and look at that Veterans Roundtable protection rule, okay? That question is answered. Okay, we had the guest speaker. The question and answer. That question was answered in a video. Now, everyone keep in mind, there are hundreds of adjudicators. It is no way for me to know, one, what's in your claims file, unless you share it. 2, I don't know the adjudicator that's adjudicating your claim. So sometimes I get asked questions that there's no way that I can answer. Even if I did have your claims folder, I can't say, well, yeah, you go ahead and submit. They're not going to do that. Now, I will say this. When I went in for a couple of claims, I was 100% permanent after I became 100% permanent total. I wasn't worried about them going and looking at anything. One, I knew that they wasn't, because what I was doing had nothing to do with anything else. It wasn't a paired extremity or nothing like that. So I knew that they weren't going to go back and look at everything, and they didn't. Okay. But again, everybody's claim is different. Actually, I think in that roundtable, there was some examples given, if I'm not mistaken. Mike, I have 10% for arthritis pain in each knee. How do I file separately for limitation of extension, flexion, instability? Do I file for increased supplemental claim or new claim? Okay, everybody, I did a video on which supplemental. A lot of people say, well, I got denied for an increase, so I'm doing supplemental. Google VA form 20-0995. It breaks down what a supplemental claim is. I did a video on it. Okay. Now, going back to filing separately for limitation and extension, all that is an increase. So if you go back to that rating decision, it'll tell you why they granted the 10% and then why the 20% is not warranted. It'll say for limitation, it gives that requirement, the extension, limitation of extension and flexion, and instability should be in there as well. Okay. So somebody said it earlier about pyramiding. You can be service connected for right knee limitation, extension, and instability. But what are the diagnostic codes? What is the criteria under the diagnostic codes? It would be an increase. So if it's an increase, does your range of motion fall into 20% for the 20% for limitation, 20% for the extension? And then is it for the instability, is it mild, moderate, or severe of the ankle or knee? You got to look at those diagnostic codes. I found out that my claim has a expense date 12 December. The VA is awaiting docs from Social Security. I sent those docs to them several times. Any suggestions? Was it on appeal? I'm sorry, higher review? Because, man, yeah. Why would they go directly to Social Security? Did you give them permission? Did they say they were going to go? Or, yeah, we'll need a little bit more information on that, Gene. But if they're waiting on those records, even though you sent them, I would be curious, did you give them permission or did they just go out on their own, or what triggered that? Look at those are Yorkies, right, Diamond? All right. So I was recently diagnosed 10% for service-related spinal injury. Had to have surgery, 3 disc replacements, all by the VA. Why was this only rated at 10%? That I don't know, Diamond. I don't have a claims folder. That I don't know. I don't know what the CMP exam is. What was your range of motion? Okay. If it's for the back, then more than likely it's going to fall on the diagnostic code 5237. And if you look up that diagnostic code criteria, it'll tell you the criteria for 20% and 30%. And also, it has in there, let me back up. The operations, did they happen after you were already service connected at 10%? Because if you did, now you can file for convalescence. Paragraph 29, paragraph 30. I did a video on those two. It's on my YouTube channel. So you could apply for convalescence where that 10% will go to a temporary 100% for 1, 2, 3 months and then back down to 10. I am skipping gym today so I can watch you live, Dwayne. Much appreciated. I was supposed to go, didn't make it. All my workout partners conked out on me, so I decided to stay here and work a little bit. But I may go a little bit later and just do some mild cardio. That's a 24-hour gym, so there won't be that many people. Live the legend. All right. James, can you get a 100% rating if you were homeless after serving the guard? Yeah, but it's not for you being homeless. Okay, it's a lot of other criteria you have to meet. Okay. Sanders, I was scheduled for exam for an increase on migraines. QTC say that in-person evaluation will not be performed. Did they say why? Are they going to do an ACE exam? Which I hate those. I won't say hate. I dislike them. I had that Tdiu, Dwayne, and VRE benefits, just that Tdiu was not permanent. Okay. Well, if it's not permanent and they didn't grant you Chapter 35, then that means they schedule a routine future on something. Okay. So we got about 20 minutes to go. I may not get through all the questions tonight, but again, just want to remind everybody that I have my monthly veteran roundtable every third Thursday of the month. So it'll be this Thursday, I'm not this Thursday, but December 16th from 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You must show your video. Last month, I kind of was laxed on that, but going forward, you must show your video. If you don't have a video, you will be removed. Okay. Also, the registration will open December 8th at 8 a.m. The link is on my website, kmd89.com, Kilo Mike Delta 89.com, under the classes page. Okay. And you can sign up there starting the 8th. And I open up a little bit. Normally I only have like 10 seats available. I open it up for more people to come in. Okay. So let's make sure we get these likes up. We got over around 70 people in here. Rick Marr, if service connected for bilateral shoulders and bilateral wrists, is a Nexus letter needed to service connect a now bilateral bone spur elbow pain to my. Okay. A couple of questions have appeared tonight, and it lets me know we don't know what we're service connected for. In the description section of this video and all my videos, I list how I went about getting a disability breakdown letter to include the diagnostic codes. It gives you everything that you're service connected for, the percentage, and the diagnostic code. Now, you can find this information on the rating code sheet. But in order to get the rating code sheet, you have to submit a FOIA request, and that could be months. The next best thing is this letter. And you can request they email it to you and get it in real time. There you can see exactly what your service connected for. Had a couple of questions where it appeared that veterans didn't know what they were service connected for because you may be trying to claim something secondary to something you're service connected for. In all actuality, it's not a claim for secondary service connection. It's increase. So be careful, be educated on what you are service connected for, because you can get yourself in a world of hurt if you don't. Okay? Keep that in mind. Instead, the provider will review my medical evidence and may contact my telephone for info if needed. So I stand by the phone during the set. Yes. Yes. Because the ACE exam, when they don't call you, sometimes they do, but they don't call you. They're just looking at that claim folder. What if you don't get any treatment at the VA? What if you don't get any treatment at all and your symptoms are increased? That information is not going to be in the claim folder. That's why I don't like ACE exams. At least pick up the phone, because if it's migraines, how do they know that it affects your employment? They have to ask somebody that question. It may not be in your claims folder. So I would think that they would pick up the phone. So definitely, yes, stand by. But again, it goes to the wording. Somebody was talking about they were 0% for pain. I'm curious, did they add pain in the wording when they filed a claim? Did you add the criteria for the migraines when you filed a claim? Did you put the 30% criteria or 50% criteria? I'm service connected for migraines. I'm claiming it. I'm claiming an increase in my service connection for migraines. I have 3 to 4 completely prostrating attacks monthly that interfere with my employment. I would probably word mine something like that, right? So if they didn't grant the higher 50% and you meet that criteria, when you get to high level review, guess what? Hey, this is where I claimed it. They gave me an ACE exam. Nobody called. There's no information about how my migraines affect my employment in my claims folder. How did I know that? Because you got a copy of it. So you could see how all this stuff starts to come together. Okay. But it all centers around being educated. Okay. Can you find a retired VA rep to discuss voc rehab in your Q&A? Man, you know what? I wish I could. I don't even know anybody. When I was a rater, I didn't even know anybody that worked in Voc Rehab. It was a small office. And I never went in there. I think I maybe went in there once because someone was working the front desk and I knew them and I said hi. But if I come across somebody, most definitely. How do I go about making 100% rating permanent total? I have 12 ratings, 11 of them are static, and the headaches is non-static. How do I get to permanent total? Clint, I'm not looking at your claims folder. What are you service connected for? Where are you at? Are you 100%? Right now, you're not permanent total. That means you have a routine future, more than likely. So the way you know that, it's on the rating code sheet. Do you have your claims folder? Okay. Have you requested your claims folder? If you're not 100%, where do you fall? Or you're at 90%. If you're at 90%, have you got a disability breakdown letter and put those percentages based off what you're service connected for into a calculator? And if you're 90%, you got to figure out, okay, you fall between 85% and 94%. Okay, that's where you start. It's that time. Booyaka, booyaka, booyaka. Hey, Dwayne, struggling, but still in the land of the living. We'll communicate soon. All right. Hey, hope everything is well up there with you in the big NYC. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome, Gene. Traveling Terry, the picture is the Grand Canyon. Okay, Arizona. But I'm just about an hour north of you in Inverse. Okay, all right. Well, it's a little bit, Inverse. What is that? Is that in Hernando or Citrus County? I'm in Hillsborough County, but I'm in southern Hillsborough County, about 6 miles from Manatee and Hillsborough County line. Dwayne just dropping in to show some love. Appreciate it. Your help got me to 100% a few months ago, but I'm still dropping it in to support your work. Hey, that's what we want to hear, right? Everybody give them, correct. Everybody that came on and said they were able to maximize their benefits to what they feel they should be service connected for. Everybody give them a round of applause. Give them a thumbs up in the comment section. Benny, what's going on, Benny? I think we missed you. Were you on last stream? Hello, Wayne. Happy holidays. The same with you. I filed supplemental with private DBQ. VA awarded me 2 ratings on the same decision letter, higher rating from private DBQ and lower from CMP exam. Is that considered stage rating or reduction? No. Now, when you have 2 DBQs, right? I remember one time I rated a case and I combined the 2 to give the veteran a higher percentage. Or the adjudicator is up to the adjudicator. They can use either or as long as your DBQ is actionable and sufficient. I used to give classes on and cover, and I had a few people take them, what makes a how to read a DBQ and what goes into a Nexus statement. And I discontinued those classes because I wasn't getting a lot of people signing up. But the people that took them, they love really good Google reviews. And they were like, wow, an hour of educating veterans on what makes the DBQ actionable and sufficient and the Nexus statement. Urban Cowboy, 19 Delta. What is 19 Delta? Is that armor? Thanks, Sarge, for the tips. I was prepared with a copy of my CMP for my upper higher level review. A VA person was very polite, and my 0% condition was bumped to 10, and she explained why I couldn't get 30. Man, that's awesome. That's it right there. I'm glad that VA employee took the time to at least explain to you, hey, this is why you can't get a 30%. So now you know. So if you do meet that criteria or eventually will, you'll already know. Okay. All right. That's Richardson. Hi, Dwayne. Been a while since I caught a live show. Yep. I normally see you in here. Hope everything's been well. Been busy with my claim. Thanks to you and others who help vets like us from 0 to 60 in a year. Doing it myself. Finally got my C-file. That's what I'm talking about. Pat yourself on the back. You did it. A lot of the things that I'm talking about, I even have clients when clients come and they, pick a particular educational service that's listed on my website, and they'll say, okay, this is what I need educating on or one of your services. And, they'll get a bump or, bump in percentage or something like that. And they'll come back as a returning client. I'm like, look, you've already been educated. You can go out and do this stuff yourself if you want. And they'll say, no. I want to go through the process again and, and maybe do something differently or something like that. But just look at what she's saying. By watching these videos, and she said she got some other information. She got a claims file. And Ms. Richardson, did you see anything in there that jumped out at you? I know when I saw mine, I had all my paperwork from my recruiter, had all my NCOERs in there, my 201 file, all that stuff is in there. Okay. So congratulations on getting your percentage and doing it yourself. You got educated and now you're going through that process. Keep up the fight. I plan to use VA Form 21-526EZ. So I just applied for an increase for pest plants alone. Also, can I put in for a second claim for 5269? That's what it is, plantar fasciitis on the same form. You can, Terry, that will be up to you. If it's an increase, obviously when you go to the CMP exam, the doctor's going to say if you have a diagnosis of plantar fasciitis, and then they'll have to address that at that particular time. But if you want to do it that way, that would be totally up to you. Ms. Richardson, thank you for the super sticker. I don't know if you were in earlier, but I was telling everyone that the donations that have been getting all this year, the revenue from my YouTube channel goes to our outreach community program. I have some new pictures up. If you click under the Jennings Middle School link, you'll see a lot of pictures. I took a couple of pictures with me and one of my previous clients and a veteran that spoke at the Great American Teach-In, a career day, and also we were able to feed 20 families. So this right here, we're going to come up with something else to see what we can donate to the school. I know some things that the principal and I talked about the day we were handing out turkeys the Saturday before Thanksgiving. So still got a lot of work to do. And I'm doing this, and my assistant resigned, so I had to pick up a lot of admin duties. So I'm trying to get videos and keep things running smoothly behind the scenes. So just bear with me. But we want to do more. We have the budget to do more, so we're going to try and do more. We got about 7 minutes, people. So I'm going to try to get through these questions a little bit faster because 60 minutes is all I'm doing today. Okay, I've been up about since 3:30 this morning. So and I still need to go to the gym, try and do something. All right. Can I make an argument that I had inadequate CMP exam, or the high-level review officer won't accept that because high-level review is only to argue an error the VA made? It's not necessarily an error the VA made. High-level review is, well, yes and no, but what made the CMP exam inadequate? You have a copy of it. What made it inadequate? In M21 manual reference, key thing, do a search for inadequate. Go to M21, do a search and keyword search and see what come up. And I know there's something in there about inadequate exams or insufficient exams, and then you can start your search there, okay? But if you argue that point, Osar, you got to think about, why you feel it's inadequate. Ben, if a member is 100% PNT, he or she should expect a review his or her claim for the VA between 20-year mark. No. You know how many claims there are out there and how many veterans are 100% PNT. They don't have the manpower to do that. And I think if they did, they still wouldn't. Now it could be in the same way circumstance or something, but no, normally you don't see that. All right, everybody, got 83 people in there. Let's get these likes up. Ms. Richardson, Old Sarden, and Gene, how many likes we got? Retired from the Navy in 2004. Just finished my PNT with SMCS. Thanks for your service, sir. Thank you, and congratulations, family man. My claim was just granted, but my intent to file date was not the correct date entered by the VA. My VSO file 526EZ to get it corrected. How long could it possibly take your decision. It just depends. There's no set time, no set date. And also in the rating decision, look to see why they granted you that effective date. Your VSO can go in there and see that. And why would they do a 526EZ? I would be thinking if it's an incorrect effective date, I would be calling a CUE. Just food for thought. VSO should know that, I would think. I like a copy of my latest CMP records over the last year. I've been told I can do a Word doc to request on Access VA. I did a FOIA for my claims file months ago. It might take a year to receive it. Okay, Traveling Terry, go to my YouTube channel. Last year I did a video, can you file a complaint or inquiry with the VA? I did a complaint through the VA White House hotline because it was around the 11-month period, and I still hadn't received my claims folder. Filed a complaint. A week and a half later, had it in the mail. Check out that video, and I talk about the steps that I went through and what happened. Okay. No HLR. They asked me to fill out the total unemployability form, which I complied and provide the SSDI documents, and that I have not been employed since 2012. Now, one thing, if they say do something with IU, if they infer IU, they have to grant it because they see something that they can use to grant IU. So that means they're inferring IU. You can't infer and deny. If you infer something, that means you're telling them that we can grant it, but this is what we need from you. We, in this case, IU, where it might be an 8940 or something like that. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, Glenn. Good morning, Tom Green. Where you at, Tom? You say good morning. I contacted Philly RO and asked them if I can get a few pages from my claims file if I go in, and they said that's not possible. They said I can only get it by making FOIA requests, but it's taking very long. Again, look at that video from December 27th as well. And I talked about what I did. Now, I had a veteran on my last live stream, Army veteran. She said she went to Philly and they told her that. Then she drove back to Newark. I don't know how far you are from Newark, but yeah, she talked about it on the last week before last live Q&A. We be to hit the like button, fellow vets. There we go. Hey, Jones, what's going on? I hadn't seen you in a while. If Tdiu is a standalone claim, would anything new be needed from the doctor or original claim, or can vocational expert be okay? I don't know about the vocational expert, but Tdiu is not a standalone claim because it's a claim for increase. So for a service-connected condition, you're saying, hey, it prevents me from gainful employment. So that's a claim for increase. So IU itself, you just can't claim just IU. On that 8940, it asks what service-connected conditions keep you from gainful employment. I was denied service connection for the right ankle condition in 2016. Can I file bilateral ankle condition secondary to bilateral pest canvas, or do a sub claim since I already claimed the right ankle? Okay, so that would be up to you. But if you do a supplemental claim, what's needed? Again, I did a YouTube video on that. So if you go to my YouTube channel and you click on, there's a bunch of links across the top once you get there. Click on videos, go to the far right, and there's a little magnifying glass. Type in supplemental, and my video will come up. Watch that video on supplemental claim. I talk about new evidence, new relevant, evidence. I give a breakdown of the supplemental claim. What is a supplemental claim? Okay. And that'll help you make a decision, Michael. I got my rating code sheet by email after calling VA. Okay. Did you understand it? Is it easy to read? Follow up from the migraine increase. I put the migraine log. I put the statement showing days missed out of work and personal statement. Okay. So that should have helped. I've been rated service connection hypertension. No competition for hypertension was added. Can I apply for this again. For this claim again, the hypertension was so high they didn't let me out of the Navy. Andrew, that I don't know. You have to make the decision. But then again, where does it fall under the 5 ways of service connection? Direct service connection need 3 elements: current diagnosis, a link in service, okay, and then a nexus, meaning a medical opinion or rationale, okay. So everyone, hey, we're at the 1 hour mark. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Dwayne, all of us close by need to have lunch with it. Yeah. Most definitely. I haven't been up to the Panhandle. Wow, years. I'll probably go down to more like Naples, Miami a little bit more often because I'm closer to that. But yeah, we have to do lunch sometime. Gene, there we go. Yep, thumbs up. Appreciate it. I've been overseas working, still waiting on a decision for my claim. Okay. Yeah, that's right. You were overseas. Okay. I remember you telling me that. Just north of Floral City, west of the village. Oh man, you way up there, the interior. You just south of Ocala. 19W. Cav Scout. Okay. All right. I was in Cav. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. All right. So yes, so much info in the claims file to include medical diagnosis that I forgot about. Thanks for all you do. Appreciate it. There we go. Gene said, let's get the likes up. All right. Just going through, throwing up some stuff here. Can I assist in getting the materials from Atlanta? Have a Tundra and can get to Atlanta in 4 hours. Let's talk about it, Gene. I'm trying to come up with something. I got a 1500 and pulling a 32-foot trailer with 15 pallets of paper on it. I would feel better if I had a heavy, Super Duty or something like that, 2500. But let's, discuss, and we'll get it worked out one way or another. I appreciate it though. I definitely appreciate that because that would be definitely a big help. Thanks again, Dwayne. But can I just do a Word doc to request my CMP exams on Access VA? Yeah, a FOIA request could be on anything. Okay, it doesn't have to be on the form that I use in the description section. Hypertension standalone claim, yeah. IU is something totally different. Dwayne, when is your next live stream before 16 December roundtable, sir? Let's see. I got actually the next live stream is December 15th, the day before the roundtable. Okay. So I do the live streams every other Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we got the 1st, the 15th, and the 29th. So I'm gonna do 3 live streams this month, plus the Veterans Roundtable on the 16th. All right. Thanks for everything. Not a problem. Thank you for your time. I looked up the codes to see what I need to. There you go. Get educated. All right. Okay. So again, thanks everybody. We're at 1 minute. We're at 1 hour, 3 minutes. But definitely, again, just want to let everybody know I do these live streams every other Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the first of 3 this month. I just looked at the calendar, so I'm going to do 3 this month. We have the Veteran Roundtable December 16th, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You must show your video. If you don't show your video, I'm going to excuse you from the roundtable. And these roundtables, they're not just Q&A. Sometimes we're going to have a guest speaker, but we're all going to be interacting because I'm going to be asking you some questions, the veteran as well. We're going to educate each other, okay? So we're going to educate each other in these roundtables. And then, like I said, sometimes I'm going to get a guest speaker in. I couldn't get one this month, so I'm going to work on one for next month. So I got a lot of good information, a lot of good videos coming this month. Look at the entire video, or just if you're driving to work, I try to keep them under 15 minutes. I did one today, ran a little bit long, about 21 minutes, but I try to keep them anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes. Listen to the entire video. It's information in there that I know will educate you. You heard Mitch Richardson hey, she was able to take some of this information and increase her benefits. Okay. Listen to it. Look at it like a rating decision. Read it, set it to the side, come back again. You may have to listen to the video once or twice. Okay. So, with that being said, thank you for spending the time with me this evening. I hope I got to everybody's question. I think I did. But if not, don't worry about it. I got 2 more live streams this month. Got that Veterans Roundtable coming up. Okay. So if I do any other events, I will definitely let you know. Open registration for the Roundtable is December 8th, 8 a.m. Got more seats. Hope to see you there. Thank you.